Today I'll discuss an interesting PM interview question, and the question is, how would you measure the success of Uber? Here we are talking about the ride hailing business of the Uber. We are not considering any Uber Eats and the Uber Connect, right? So let's first understand about the Uber as a product and its goals so that you are very clear about what is the value it is providing to their users, right? Basically, Uber is a marketplace which connects riders who are looking for transportation with the drivers who are looking for work and earn on the platform. So Uber is generating lead for the drivers and helping rider to get from one place to another place. That is what basically Uber does. Now that we know what is the goal of the Uber, let's think about the different stakeholders that are involved and what is the value Uber is providing to them, right? From their product. So there are three stakeholders that are involved: rider, driver, and Uber itself. So rider is getting value of going from one place to another place once they complete the trip, right? Driver is getting value by earning money once they complete the trip. Uber is getting the value in terms of commission once a trip is getting completed on their platform and they get cut out of it, maybe 15-20%, whatever they have set it for, right? These are the values that are provided to different stakeholders on the Uber platform. So, what is the intersection of the value? The value that is common between all the three stakeholders. What is that one thing that is of interest of all the stakeholders, be it rider, driver, or Uber? What is it? So it is trip completion, right? So trip completion is something which all the stakeholder will care about because more trip completion means more earning to driver, more earning to Uber, and rider is getting transported to their destination. So that is the connected value proposition, which is important for all the three stakeholders. So what do you think the North Star metric should be? So the North Star metric should lie in between or in the intersection of the value that is being provided to all the stakeholders. Now I think it's pretty clear the North Star metric would be number of trips completed per day. So number of successful trips that are completed per day, right? This is the North Star metric, but we need to break it down into different L0 metric, which would be levers of this North Star metric, right? So the North Star metric can be broken down into number of sessions per day multiplied by number of requests per session multiplied by number of trips completed per requested. So these are the three different levers that will move our North Star metric. And uptake in these L0 metrics, or you can say levers, will define the movement in your North Star metric, right? So to make it clear, see this user journey. You open the app, you search for the destination that contribute to the session. Once you request for the ride, that contribute to the ride requested. And that will depend on several factors like what is the average fare, what is the ETA of the option available. Then not every ride requested will go on to the completion, right? So ride completed on the requested is another L0 metric, right? That we have already discussed. I hope you are able to get this. So remember, every problem needs to get solved using the first principle thinking. So you should know how to break it down and why we are breaking it down, right? Don't just mug up the metrics and use some of the framework that are available, right? Don't do that. Once we have identified the L0 metric as a lever of North Star metric, let's break down the L0 metric further into L1 metrics. So number of sessions can be broken down into, let's say, daily active users. Also, it will depend on the rider churn. It can be weekly churn or bi-weekly churn, right? We can measure on that. Let's proceed further and define L1 metric for the other lever. So average fare will be another important metric because this will directly impact how many users will request for the ride on the platform. If average fare is very high, you probably switch to the competitor app. Another important thing is average surge multiplier. You will also be measuring the what is the average surge multiplier. As an Uber platform, as an Uber marketplace, I would want this surge multiplier to be near to 1 because I want a balance between supply and demand, right? Another important metric will be ETA, average ETA, because more ETA, that means less number of people will going to request a ride. For example, if you are going for a destination and all the options available are, let's say, 30 minutes or 20 minutes away, you will probably not request for a ride, right? That is why average ETA is also an important metric. And finally, then option availability, average number of options that are available to the users. Let's move further for defining L1 metric for the final lever. So some of the L1 metric I'll care about is driver uptime. That means how many supply hour a driver is providing on our platform per day. because ultimately it is about supply demand game. I wouldn't want my supply to become a bottleneck, right? That is why I want more and more driver supply are on the platform. Some of the other L1 metric I'll care about is driver acceptance or cancellation rate. That will tell you if the platform is generating value to the driver or not. If they are canceling more, that means somewhere or the other our platform is not providing value to them. Some other critical metric would be driver churn and rider cancellation. They are also the critical ones to track because they will define the ride completion rate. Now you understand how the L1 metric will affect all the L0 metric and how these L0 metric will affect our North Star metric. Now I have a question for you. This is a metric evaluation question. Please answer the question in the comment section. Suppose your driver uptime is going up, but driver churn is also going up. So what is happening here? Frame 2-3 hypothesis for the same, and how would you go about solving this problem? I'm waiting for your answer in the comment section. This will be a good problem for you to solve. I hope you have learned something new from this video. I will meet you into the next one. Till then, keep learning and keep watching.